Good morning. Happy Saturday? Yeah, okay. So I just thought I would make this video just because it's something I've been thinking a lot and talking to a lot of the people about. In the third conference that I did, I gave a whole long lecture about this. I can probably find it online. But it's a common problem among small business owners. Now, I applied it in the conference, of course, to labs, but it can really be any small business owner. Labs, practices, general contractors, plumbers, anything. The technology, it changed us. It changed us in ways that went way beyond the technology. See, for 100 years, a lab owner really didn't have to be a businessman or a business person. All that they had to be is a good tech with a good accountant. So just to keep the IRS off their back. Now, I've always said that a person can be the best at what they do. They can be the best technician. They can be the best carpenter out there. They can be the best orthodontist out there. They can be the best urologist out there. But if they're not a good business owner, their practice is going to flatline. It's as simple as that, because there are basic techniques. A lot of this comes from conversations that I had with Lance Dowd and Phil Pellegrini, because they're good business owners. They're really good business owners. And Lance shared with me a book that he read back in 1980, in the 1980s, which I still have a bounty on the book because I haven't been able to find it. But it's based upon the production triangle. Now, if you look up the production triangle online, as me and Lance did, you'll find thousands. But you won't find this particular one, and I don't know why. But it basically goes just like this. You have three parts of the triangle. One part is production, another part is finances, and another part is marketing. If you don't pay attention and give each side equal weight, then it's going to collapse in on itself and flatline. So you can still have a business that seems successful, that's still running, but it's running flatlined. So it's not a healthy business. The only way to keep the business healthy is by keeping that triangle healthy. And it's really something that most practice owners and most lab owners don't think about, because we never had to. Like, the patients would show up at the door, the doctors would show up at the door, the orders for the Hawleys and the expanders would just show up. So all of a sudden, we're faced with this new paradigm where we have to be business owners. We have to distribute funds towards technology and marketing and telling people that, hey, we're doing this now. We can help you out. We can work together. So how do you run a business? It seems like it seems like it's self-evident. Like, I'm a business owner. I can run a business. No, you can't. And I learned this the hard way. I mean, this is coming from experience. I was one of them lab owners. My brother is an MBA finance VP of something or another. I can't even explain what the hell he does. But just one day we were having a talk about my business, and my business it's producing money. I mean, I'm making good money off of the business. And so, like, he comes in and he starts asking me business questions. Like, how are you running this? How are you doing this? And I couldn't answer him. And he's like, that's not how a business is supposed to run. And I'm like, but it's running, so leave me alone. And I should have listened to him more because that was before the paradigm shift. So, and then when the paradigm shift happened, that's when I started to realize things. Christian Sarman, I was talking to him at the conference, and then he starts going on of Neo Orthodontic Lab. He starts going on about ROI, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, yep. And then he turned away to talk to someone else, and I whipped out my phone and I typed it in. What the hell is ROI? Return on investment. I didn't know. It's a very basic business concept. It's what a first year business person will learn in their first semester, maybe in the first class. And I'm running a business and I have no idea what the term even means. And I really don't know how to apply it to a lab. And then I learned it, and I learned how to refocus my business and refocus my efforts, because what was the return on investment on a Hawley retainer? What was the return on investment on an invisible retainer? What was the return on investment on an expander? And it really started to force me to focus my efforts, and to focus my efforts on the doctors, because the previous person who owned the lab, as long as the money was coming in, he didn't care. And then I also started thinking about return on investment of accounts. Like, I had this one major account. I'm not going to name any names, but they made up 20% of my annual income. They also made up 95% of my aggravation. I'm not lying. I mean, so what was the return on the investment there? Yeah, they were giving me a check each month for a lot of money, but how much was that money costing me? And I finally realized that it was costing me too much. So I fired him. I got rid of him because I talked to him about it. He kept at it. And I just finally just said, I don't want to deal with this no more. So I didn't. And then I had the time and the effort because I didn't have all that aggravation. Now, my business partner at the time when I fired the account, he cried. He literally cried. There was tears coming down his eyes. And I was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Yeah, but we just lost them. He's just like, just don't worry about it. I replaced the account and doubled it in 3 months because I had the time and I didn't have the aggravation, so I could go out and work it better. So how do you be a business owner? And I'll get into that in other videos. But for right now, just the takeaway from this video is, are you a business owner? Do you know how to be a business owner? Like I said, you can be the best at anything that you do. But if you're not being a business owner as well, then your business is going to flatline. And that's my tip for the day. I'm going to get back to my coffee, play some music because it's Saturday, and I'm sitting out front, so I'm watching all the drunks coming in, and it's kind of funny. So have a good one, everyone. Best of luck and take care.